And now we're live.
Now we're live.
After just sitting here like shooting a shit for fucking 47 minutes.
Well, of course. I mean, we have to catch up. You're in Tornado Alley. I'm sitting in. It was awesome this morning because Michigan, it was like a little chilly this morning, and I stupidly decided that I was going to put a long sleeve shirt on underneath my polo shirt, like my company polo shirt.
Oh God.
And yeah, at about noon that came off. Well, not the whole thing, but just the long sleeve shirt came off because it ended up being like 77. Hey, Anthony, like 77 degrees here today and sunny. And then I was like, spring fever, spring fever. Pop Harbor's here. Hoosier Pop's here. Peanut butter.
Yeah, when I did my first delivery, it was like 83 degrees. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like I was dying, and like the air conditioner in the truck couldn't keep up, so like I was really dying. I'm like, and I got here, and then all the storm started to roll through to calm down. I was like, yeah, no, it's kind of pleasant. But now I'm pretty sure if I look out my window, it'd be like Twister, like just like cows and shit, like just going past the window.
Twister's one of my favorite movies, and every time I think of like that movie, I think of that cow. What is that? It's a cow. We got a couple people here. Nadia, what's going on? Okay, so I have to tell you about my lazy dinner this evening, and then I will let Scott get into his fun. So I didn't feel like cooking tonight. I was going to cook a HelloFresh meal that I forgot to cancel. Beef empanadas or something like that, or beef something. And I decided I didn't want to do that, so I got out the taco chips and cheddar cheese, and I didn't feel like cooking beef, so I cut up maple breakfast sausage and put them on, and it was good. It was good. We got debris.
That sounds like welfare nachos.
Oh, but it was actually tasty because you get that little bit of sweet from the sausage, and I cut up in little pieces, and so it was like all over the place, but it was actually really good, and then sharp cheddar.
Oh my! You know what? You might have just done a thing.
I might have. I'm telling you, you'd have to try it. And I had the links. Like I cooked the whole package because I needed to cook them, and then I was just eating a couple at breakfast every morning. And I had like 4 of them left, and I'm like, I really don't feel like having sausage in the morning.
Like opening a pack of sausage links, you can't just fucking make 2 or 3. Like, goddamn.
No, it's like bacon. It's like as soon as you cook the whole package, you wish you had 2.
No, well, peanut butter's eating a burrito.
Well, it's Mexican night, apparently. No.
Well, Nicole was like, I'm going to make tacos at home. And, that got for me. And I was like, well, and she's like, well, you can get a Taco Bell. I'm like, it's not the same thing.
It's not the same. It's not the same. Dead Zone. Hi, Daddy. No, it's not the same thing. Like, I love like doing nachos and tacos at home and fajitas. Because you get to do them the way you want them. You don't have to pay extra if you want guacamole on it. You make your own. I make my own salsa. It's excellent.
Yeah. I can't do the salsa because of my ulcer, and I just. Ugh. My wife though, she'll eat salsa. It's fucking coming out of her pores.
Hoosier Pop says, okay, man, I just left BOP's channel, and they were talking barbecue and pizza. Now y'all with nachos. Excuse me while I get a snack and get fatter.
Hey. You were preaching to the choir about fatness here. I'm just saying. Like,
look at it. It's like a trend. Pop Harbor. We missed Taco Tuesday, so having taco salad tonight.
It's, I should just be eating salads for the rest of my life. But, I mean, I have a chocolate shake and I'll jiggle for a month. So it's, I need to start getting healthy. The tacos tacos are my weakness. They're my kryptonite.
Have you seen when Dead Zone cooks the al pastor?
No.
Oh my. He took everybody on a trip while he was grilling. I was so jealous.
He's like, come with me on a trip to out of Pastorland.
So you have no pops behind you because you are in
a hotel.
In a hotel.
Yes,
it is a lovely facade though.
I'm stuck in Hannibal. Well, I shouldn't say stuck, but actually, here, I'll tell you what time I can legally drive again. In about 7.5 hours, I can drive again. But
so 7.5 hours to get some rest and then go right back at it, huh?
Yeah, so my first delivery in the morning, it was supposed to be made today, but there was some kind of miscommunication between the shipper and my office. So they wanted me to deliver at 8 o'clock this morning, but by the time I got my load yesterday, it wasn't happening. So I had to drive from my house to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, back down, which is a 5 hour round trip, and then drive all the way down here, which would have been 8 hours straight through, and I can only drive for 11. And then but by the time I would have gotten down here, it would have been well after midnight.
Yeah.
And then I would have had to take a 10 hour break, and then I would have been able to drive at about 10:30. Yeah, so it was just all screwed up. So my next delivery is it's actually an hour and a half west of here.
Good night, Nadia.
But there was no hotels out that way that takes my company's corporate lodging card. So this is where I ended up. But I figured, hour and a half, drop off this last thing that I got. It's for oh God. It's an electrical component that for big whatever. It's an electrical thing.
Oh,
It's
sure.
about the size of a telephone booth, and I just got to drop that off, and I just drive straight home.
Bobbert's here. Sassy's here. Pop McFly's here. Ryan's here. Hey, Dead Zone, is Al Pastor, does that mean that it has to have pineapple? Am I wrong on that? I thought there was something to do with pineapple on Al Pastor, but maybe I'm wrong.
I'm Googling it right now because I need to know.
I'm drinking Pepsi to stay awake.
Oh.
So I got a local shirt. You know how to say the first word?
I gotta stop looking at the. You're just looking at pictures of taco with pastor.
Yes, pineapple. Okay, that's what I thought. What's up, Funko brother?
I was just looking at the recipe. It's like pork shoulder, pineapples.
Heck yeah! I have a pineapple in the kitchen. I gotta cut that thing up too.
Well, I actually have like a bunch of freeze dried and dehydrated fruit that I carry with me in the truck, and I snack on that while I'm driving. It's like my attempt to be healthy, and I've got a bunch of pineapple, but I'm not going out there for it.
Not in that weather, no.
2 damn stormy. So that's what I'm saying. If I go out in the morning and my truck's laying on its side, I wouldn't be upset. I mean, it would suck because all my fruit's in there. But
so, why are we here tonight? What is the crux of the Ginger Live? Oh, glasses came off, people. We're here for you tonight.
People and their all around bullshit has gotten to the fucking point to where it's like, oh, all right, we're all adults, or we're all supposed to be adults, or at least mature people.
Bob.
Hey, same thing, right?
Exactly.
Unless it's anything that's artificially flavored to taste like banana, that's just nasty.
I like Runts bananas. I don't know why, but I do.
But
I like banana and Laffy Taffy.
Oh, banana, yeah, that's the exception. Banana and Laffy Taffy, but just seeing everybody bitch and complain online and everybody fighting one another, and but first of all, if you ordered a mystery box from me in my first run, I tried as hard as I could to package them the best that I possibly could. And I haven't gotten any other complaints except for one asshat, who I will not name because you don't deserve to be named because you're an asshat. And so they sent me a picture of the box that was just like kicked by the postal service. Like, so first of all, it's not my fault the postal service kicked the shit out of it. My leg is not that fucking long for me to reach to wherever the hell you live to kick your damn box. Okay. And then, sending me pictures like, oh, this pop is damaged and this pop is damaged. So first of all, the first pop they sent me a picture of, it was shelfware on the damn box. It was a 2017 pop. What the fuck you expect? Like, we're just going to fucking levitate it somewhere and not ever fucking touch a shelf? Like, what the hell? And the second one, yeah, it was because the Postal Service damaged the box. And so me being nice, I'm like, look, I may not necessarily be able to get everything out like immediately, because I'm gone during the week. But I'll get something out as quick as I could just because I'm trying to be the nice guy and I don't want anybody to be disappointed. Well, the more you bitched, the longer time I took to send it the fuck out. Because that's how the fuck I am. You know, I'm not going to be some guy who's going to like immediately jump on something if you're just going to. I'm going to attempt to piss you off even more by pissing me. Like, it just, you piss me off, I piss you off, you wait, whatever. But,
I have to say that one of the things I don't really have enough inventory. I mean, I could to do a mystery box if I really wanted to, but it would have to be like a grail or fail kind of a thing because I don't have enough like you did like the Freddy's and stuff like that. I don't have enough of that stuff to do a mystery box, but I will say everyone who does mystery boxes has balls. Because this is what happens. Either it doesn't matter who you are, someone's going to complain. Either they don't like the value of the box, and with as volatile as it's been over the past like 7-8 months, people are packing stuff up and saying it, and this is the new thing they've been doing is like saying it was the value as of the day that it was packed. Because if it's the value when it gets to them and it's dropped by $15, I mean, look at Cara Dune. Luau and his son opened a Cara Dune pop, and when he filmed it, that pop was worth $6, and now it's worth like 38 or something crazy like that. So, I mean, it's very volatile.
And the thing is too is I tried being the nice guy with this person. It's like, I know it wasn't my fault, but they were still like, well, it's still damaged. What are we gonna do about it? Like, call the fucking postmaster general? I don't know. Like, what the fuck what do you want me to do? Like, but trying to be the nice guy, like, I'll replace it. Just give me some time. I'll get it sent back out to you. But every day, you got tracking, 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 you got. So yeah, I took my time because you want to piss me off. I'm gonna be a dickhead and I'm gonna make you wait. But I try so hard to be the nice guy. But then it's like between that and then like people posting stupid shit, wanting to fucking fight everybody, and it's like Scotty cannot keep his tongue closed like anymore. It's like fuck. It's like everybody should just grow the fuck up, Like this is supposed to be a community that's supposed to be about having fun, collecting things that all mean stuff. It's about community.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about who has what or who has the better this or who has a better that or who has whatever, or who has a bigger bank account, who has more followers, who has more. I don't give a shit, and at the point to where like this was supposed to be an escape for me from everyday bullshit and everyday stresses, but now it's gotten to a point to where it's like the stress from this shit comes fucking careening into my fucking everyday life, and then that's when I have a fucking problem with it.
You see what Dead Zone said? You should have sent out a turd and called it a day.
I was going to, and I was going to label it like a live action, like Mr. Hanky or something like that, or like go to Dollar Tree and put like googly eyes on it.
Hey, Clarissa, how are you? This is, and obviously you were in the chat a little bit ago. Ryan was in the chat a little bit ago, and this is like what March 24th or whatever, or March whatever date it was that Troy and I opened our mouths, and it's been a constant thing. I mean, I swear since I joined Instagram and YouTube, I feel like I'm back in high school again with the clicks and the gossip and everything else, and the theories and the conspiracies. It's tiring. And honestly, I will say that's part of the reason why I said what I said. I'm the best channel with 162 subs in King. Amen, brother. Amen. So, Bobbert was in the chat too. I'm just going to announce it now before our thunder gets taken or anything like that. Our group that reached out after the Band-Aid show, we're going to do cybersmile.org as the charity for the 24-hour live stream. And it's going to be sometime in June. We haven't nailed down the date yet, but it is a charity that specifically works against cyberbullying. And I think that's basically what, in some way or another, whether it's on YouTube, I mean, you've seen the stuff that's been happening to Ian lately with that guy, the stuff that happened to Nicole, the stuff that's happened to many of us over the past 2 years that I've been a part of this community. I think that I had mentioned it because I thought that was kind of poignant, but that's the one thing that we were talking about.
Yeah, given the situation, I feel like it's very apropos. It's very like it's the most appropriate like charity that we could do something for, and it's like this, like people threatening minors over Instagram posts and stuff like that. Like that crap just ain't cool, man.
Right.
Like I was saying, like this is supposed to be a place where people can escape from all this stuff and just kind of forget about things and enjoy company of other people or whatever it is, but like I was saying, like when personal crap and this crap collides, it's like what the hell.
Kind of cool.
And I hate the fact that it's like you got people who are grown people fighting with other people over toys. Like I thought we were all 10 years old at one point. We all outgrew that, but now it just seems like some people are regressing back to childlike behavior, and it sucks. And it's like, and I know Hoosier Pops, he actually just said that he actually just took 2 weeks off, because of, similar reasons. And it's kind of like I have videos that I already have done and that I have edited that I just want to drop, but it's like at the same time, it's like, the bullshit is just kind of like got me like, do I really want to post this video and hear what, it's just.
Well, I changed into this shirt because of the theme of tonight, because the name of this road is Grashit. So Grashit happens. All I can say is the things that I've learned since the trucker incident of last summer is to have a little bit of a thicker skin and to also try and take the negative things and turn them around. Hi, what's up, JLH? To turn that stuff around. Like, I got no dislikes last night during the live stream. I mean, it was a very positive live stream. 2 channels got to their milestones. Everybody was chatting in there. It was about food, which we already talked about tonight because everything goes to food. And then today, when I looked this afternoon, I got to six thumbs down. It doesn't bother me. That means you took the time to click on that video and give it a thumbs down. Guess what? That's a view. Guess what else? I hit 7,000 views. So, thank you.
Every single one of my videos, and I wouldn't give a shit. I really, thanks for stopping by, dickhead.
Hoosier, and that's the thing is like, I learned my lesson from the Band-Aid thing that it changed, like people's temperaments change for about 24 hours. And then it just went back to the competitive, viciousness that is this community. And that's sad. It's sad.
What it reminds me of is like, you got a group of people who go to church on Sunday, right? Say like an Easter service, and then they're all like, yeah, let's go out and do something good. Let's go out there and help people. And on Monday, they're just like, fuck people. That's what it feels like.
Well,
that's exactly what it feels like. And it lasted about just as long.
And it's unfortunate that, unlike JLH, we don't have a guy that can ride around on a trolley while we're sitting here talking. So you guys will just have to deal with Funko Pops and a hotel background. Just saying. We're not as cool as you, and I missed the baseball game, and I'm bummed. Did you win? Can you just leave? I haven't watched it. I will go watch it in the morning. But
did you snap that losing streak?
Yeah, 8 games.
I mean, come on, you're playing Toronto. Toronto!
Fenway turned her collar inside out. Because it's a pink Red Sox collar. She put on the rally collar, hoping that she would get him going. No, you said I lost. No. 9-game streak. That just means you're gonna win like the next 40.
He's gonna win the rest of his season, and then he's gonna have like a Bill Buckner, World Series type, ending of like his season or something like that. Something crazy. I
honestly had more fun watching him pitch Kenny Powers. That was interesting. That was hilarious.
I need to get that pop too, just because I love that show.
Okay, anybody in the chat or you, do you know if the one that they showed on Funko today, is that a new one with him having the braids, or is that just an old one that maybe they still have too much stock of?
I believe that's the old one that they released for ECCC.
Okay. Giveaway at win 1.
And that giveaway should be a recording of JLH singing "Sweet Caroline."
I placed something in the box that's coming to you. It's a persuasive tool, and you'll know it when you see it.
A persuasive. So, what you send me?
Based on a past conversation. No, it's not that kind of tool.
You're like persuasive tool of like a gun, a knife, a bullwhip, a taser, a cattle prod.
Not that kind of tool either. If I was sending that kind of a tool, it would be something for Nicole while you're on the road.
Oh God. Oh God. So like our big thing is like we need to buy a new couch because my fat ass broke our couch. And so I've been like shopping online, and she's been going to stores and shit, at home, and we just can't seem to find one. And like, so like our big thing is like, fuck it. When I get home on Saturday, we're going furniture shopping, nothing else. Like, but we'll see.
I'm planting seeds this weekend. I have duty on Saturday to get all the seeds started, so that when they get to the seedling size, we can plant them in the garden.
Yeah, we're going to be doing some planting this weekend too, because Alice, she loves her fruits and vegetables. So like we try to plant, tomatoes and cucumbers, and last year we did strawberries, and yeah, she loves it. And it's still sitting in the bed of my pickup truck. I actually have to take it out and like assemble it, put it on the porch. But it's a planter that sits up off the ground, probably about, I don't know, 1.5 feet, 2 feet or something like that. Like perfect height for Alice to get into it and do whatever in the dirt. It was a Sam's Club for like $80 or like fuck it, sold. But
well, the first year we learned our lesson because we just put it out there behind the farm, and we lost most of it to the deer and the rabbits and everything else. So now Alice just said, "Hey, that's Daddy. Hi, Alice." We put a fence around it, and then it's got chicken wire. Last year we went even one step further and put chicken wire around the bottom 3 feet to keep the rabbits and all that kind of stuff out. And but yeah, this garden is freaking huge. I mean, we have peas, zucchini. We've got like 6 different kinds of peppers, like 6 different kinds of tomatoes, pumpkins, corn, garlic. We have garlic this year.
And when we lived in Jersey, Nicole's parents, they had an even bigger garden in their backyard. And Alice, she'd come home from daycare and she'd just walk up to the tomato plant and I just walk back in the house like it was nothing. I mean, I'm glad that she loves her fruits and vegetables. I'm just hoping that Chester, when he gets older, is the same way. But
well, our littles are. I mean, they actually my niece prefers vegetables. Like trying to get her to eat any kind of meat is tough. Like we all think she's going to grow up and be a vegan, but the littles are the same way. They'll open the gate and run in there and like have their fill of peas and tomatoes and strawberries.
Yeah, she's picky with a lot of things, but when it comes to fruits and vegetables, like she'll eat just about it. Well, actually, no. We've discovered she doesn't like Brussels sprouts. That's the one thing, but Brussels sprouts, anyways, they're disgusting.
Brussels sprouts.
Although Nicole found a way to I think she baked them with garlic and salt and Parmesan or something, and I don't know. Still,
I cook bacon first, and then I saute the Brussels sprouts in the bacon fat, and then put a balsamic reduction on those, and then add the bacon back in.
A balsamic reduction.
She said, "Yay, Brussels sprouts, all for me."
I'm going to remember that this weekend. I'm going to make myself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, a peanut butter sandwich with a strawberry reduction.
Strawberry, hey.
But seriously, like you were saying, with the whole Band-Aid video, seems to have worked for a couple of days, and then it's everything went back to the same way that it was. And in some ways, it seems like it's actually gotten a little bit worse than what it was before. It's because the same people who were standing up there, we need to be better. Like some of those people are even some of the ones now that's you look at and you're like, dude, the fuck, like.
I think on some people it's a lost cause, and they're they turn the other cheek with the guy that went after Golden and stuff. That's kind of one of those things that
Yeah.
shut him down, go away. If you don't breathe life into some of that stuff, then it goes away, and that's the only thing you can hope for. Because what everybody seems to forget is, even though we come on here, and especially for last year, this was a lifeline for a lot of people who were by themselves and isolated, and with the lockdown and everything, and it was a lot different then. And now that life's starting to open up, it's become a lot more catty.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate because you kind of find out who your friends are and who your friends aren't, and who is just there for whatever prize you're giving away, and who is there just because they are bored and they want to cause problems. And there's a huge mix of everyone, and it makes the world go round. I don't dislike any of them for who they are. It's unfortunate that if you are a hound or an asshat, as you call them, but I'm in that situation right now, and I'm not going to put any breath into it. It's a waste of my time.
Yeah, which I actually just wanted on another blocking spree for these giveaway hounds too, because it's like Oliver Twist is like, yes, can I win some more giveaways? Like, out of here. It's and I was in a couple streams today, this evening, and it seems like every stream I get into, it always seems like the same people, one right after the other, and it's like, got a fucking life, but I just hate seeing everybody fighting one another. In all honesty, and it's like, and don't worry, like this is mild. Like Friday when we're all together, I'll probably be a little drunk, a little bit, so my mouth is just going to be a sewer of, but. You?
I'll probably be a couple deep on Friday too, because I want to have fun. Like that Friday stream is meant to be. I still want to know what that post meant.
The post.
The post that you asked me if I saw.
Oh, yeah. I want to know too. I didn't know until it got pointed out to me. It got said to me. I won't say who, but I mean, well, and they'll be like, "What was this about?" I'm like, "I have no fucking idea." Like, I don't know, give it a week, there'll be 10,002 streams about it.
Passive aggressive threats don't do it for me.
No.
Either come straight out and talk to me, or
that's if I have a problem with somebody directly, I will come at that person directly. But if I just have a problem with just a group of people, who are just acting like assholes, then I'll call out everybody as an individual group, unless somebody in that group decides to stand up and try to be King Dickhead, then I'll go after that person. But I've gotten too fucking old to fight with people over dumb shit, especially over fucking toys. It's
there are the top 3 people that I would, 4. I'll put top 4 people I never want to piss off. Number 1 is JLH. I never ever want to be on your bad side.
No, dude. I watched his last 2 lives of him. Sorry, he didn't torch people. He fucking cremated them. It was a verbal cremation. That's what the fuck it was. Yeah, so remind me not to piss you off, ever.
Mama J. Number 1, I respect the woman too darn much. And number 2, that would crush me. That one right there, if ever anything ever happened between me and Mama J, that would crush me. Number 3 is you, because like I told you from day 1, I have thought of you and Nicole as family. And number 4 is Caitlin, because Caitlin is my other ride or die. And then if I had to pick a fifth one, would be Troy. But I don't ever see Troy and I not getting along. Like everyone's like, oh, what happened between you and Troy? Why is he not on the show? Because his job, he doesn't get home until 8:30, and then he wants to spend time with his kids. Thank you for being an upstanding dad and working for your family. YouTube means nothing compared to that.
Real life will always take precedence over whatever this is. Real life will always come first. Kids will always come first. There's nothing that's going to happen that's going to make me be like, you know what? I feel like going on a live and talking about toys or going, hunting for pops instead of spending time with my kids and taking care of my kids. Like, there's nothing that's going to make me want to fucking just. So I mean, yeah, like he's out there, he's busting his ass, and he's being the best dad that he can. Like, just because he's not on the show doesn't mean that something happened.
But I'm not taking him out of the intro because he will. He wants to come back. Like once his schedule can change again, and then he'll have the time again. Bye, John. So I'm not taking him out of the intro, and he's still the other half of CTV. That has nothing to do with it. Right now, I told him, and I talked to him today. He's down in Florida. He said that he's too old to be in Florida right now because he's trying to hang with 20-something-year-old spring breakers. And so he was like, I can't hang. And I'm like, well, when are your games starting? He's like, yeah, here's the other problem is I got big like gaps between the games. And we were talking about it. He's like, you can take me off the intro. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. We started CTV together. You are going through real life right now. You do real life. And when you come back, I'll just babysit it until you get back. And he's like, cool.
Yeah, no, I mean, people have asked me too. It's like, oh, well, what happened with this person? What happened with that person? It's like, well, just because I haven't been in a live with them or haven't talked to them, in a live doesn't mean I had beef with them. It just means, fucking shit got busy. Especially now, like, I went back on the road and that's another thing I'm going to fucking touch base on too, because I've seen some people post some shit and I haven't said anything about it, but I'm going to fucking say something about it now. Yes, I am on the road. Yes, I'm not home necessarily every night. Yes, most of the time I am gone for a whole fucking week. But you know what? I enjoy what I do. I enjoy my job. I make decent enough money to take care of my kids. I pay my bills. I pay, make sure my kids are taken care of and supported. I make sure my wife is taken care of and supported the best that I can, but she makes more fucking money than me.
Here you go, Nicole.
I keep a roof over our head. I put food on our table. I put clothes on our back. However that happens has no, it shouldn't fucking matter to anybody. I enjoy what I do and I'm going to keep doing what I do. And if people want to keep posting dumb shit that I've seen online, talking about if a real father would be home with his kids every day. Yeah, if you have a fucking problem with me, you can message me. My DMs are always open. Just saying.
Well, my DMs are open if you're not blocked.
No, yeah, exactly, yeah. Unless you already haven't pissed me off before and I blocked you.
I kind of hope that either the trend is going to be that a lot of this kind of resolves itself because as life opens up more and more people are going to be less and less likely to be constantly on their Instagrams and constantly on YouTube. And so some of it may resolve itself. Dead Zone's still on El Pastor.
Nicole, copy this.
Copy it. Take a picture, girl. It's so good. El Pastor is my favorite.
Honestly, King Bob, being on the road it's awesome. It's like my office goes with me no matter where I am in the country, and it's great. I get paid to travel the country and see different things and meet different people. Like today, where I delivered was to a substation that was being built for a small community out in the middle of freaking nowhere. Like I didn't even have cell phone service out there. But the component I delivered was vital to making sure that thousands of people in that area had electricity. And it felt good knowing that I was doing something to help a community. And it's the same thing that what I'm delivering tomorrow. And I don't know why I didn't think of substation earlier. That it's come blurting out my fucking mouth just now.
Oh yeah, okay, now I know what you're talking about.
But but it's you get to help people in ways that you don't think of that you could help people before. But it's like I don't know. It's I can spend all fucking night on that, but I won't. But I mean, but still, like I enjoy what I do, and just hearing people and seeing people post certain things, it irritates me. And and this sums it up.
What's going on, McDorks? No, it's a sad thing, but I've kind of just realized that it's never going to change. I think part of what collecting is a competition because you have to get that next exclusive, you have to get that sticker on that box,
Mm-hmm.
and so there's a natural competition built into it. Who's got the biggest, collection? Who's got the biggest grail? And then when you throw YouTube into the mix, it's who's got the most subs and who's got the most views. And the only reason I'm trying to get 400 is because I want to do the show where I stick a Carolina Reaper sucker in my mouth for X amount of minutes and make people laugh.
Okay.
It's not that. Night, Golden. It's for me. It's not about monetizing. I do have a Patreon. The Patreon, all it does is help offset the cost of paying for StreamYard and paying for the graphics program. It doesn't even cover that.
But you mean you're not going to send me a free Grail every month? What the fuck?
I want to get to that point eventually, where I could, but it's like last night, like straight out. I did 2 giveaways. I didn't have to. I did for the one because I promised it, which was the one for Ray Pops, but I threw out another one because I thought it was cool that everybody did. But this all costs people money.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big channel. If you have thousands of subscribers, I shouldn't even be a blip on your radar. Go do your thing. Leave me alone. Go do your thing. I'm not hurting you.
And I've gotten to the point now where it's like views don't mean shit to me, subs don't mean shit to me. It's like I'm doing this because I enjoy doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not trying to compete with anybody. It's like, oh, I've got this, you don't have that, or I've got this many people and you don't, or I don't care. Because it's about enjoying, the community. It's about, everybody just having fun. And to me, we're just like, I feel like, when we get to a point to where all we give a shit about is, subs or views or comments or, or I've got this and you don't have that, or I got this unreleased and you didn't get this and you missed it. No, when it gets to that point to where it just doesn't become fun to me anymore. Because it's like, oh God, like, I've got to set an alarm for fucking, this dropped and this drop and this drop. And then it's like my life revolves around that.
I think the other problem is that for some people, this world is life, and for others, it's not. And I'm one where it's becoming less and less important as far as a part of my life. Like I like doing my Tuesday night stream because it's fun, and I meet people, and I get to talk to people, and it's like going to the bar without being exposed to COVID because I'm sitting in my own house and having fun and having drinks and cocktails with friends. But this isn't my life. I have a life outside of YouTube and outside of Instagram and outside of Funko Pops. And I was actually talking to my coworker about that today. I said, I don't know if I would still collect Funko Pops if I stopped doing Instagram and YouTube, because kind of the thing is to find out when the drops are happening. Like everybody gets excited about the next con coming up and, oh, did you see this one? And how cool does this look? And opening boxes and stuff. It might be the end of my Funko collecting career, if you will, if I stop doing Instagram and YouTube.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to stop doing Instagram and YouTube just because I run up against a few bumps in the road. I've faced bumps in the past. I'm going to face them in the future, and I'm not going anywhere as long as I'm having fun, and as long as there's one other person that decides to come to your live, my live, whoever, why not? It's free.
And that's the thing too, is I enjoy collecting. I enjoy going pop hunting with my kids on the weekends, and I enjoy opening mystery boxes with them because this is something that I just don't do on my own. We do it as a family.
Right.
And then we like to share what we get with other people. And yes, and I've met some awesome people in this community. Obviously, I'm sitting here talking to you, and I mean, I've, the big dorks, and King Bob, and Dead's on, everybody else that's in the chat. Like, I mean, these are all generally good people, but then it just seems like there's always like that small few, that's like I want to take them and just fucking like just eliminate them from fucking all existence. But you know, there's people like they don't want us to be on YouTube because we say something that they don't like, or they don't like us on Instagram because we post something that they don't like. But I mean, I don't give a shit if I piss somebody off. Sorry, I don't care.
I think the greatest thing about the world is there are different people, and that we aren't the same. And it's no different than when I had to go tell my family about my relationship, and then having to worry about the same thing in a group of people that you will probably 99% of them you'll never meet. There's 1% of this community that I have that I would like to meet. Very, very few that I would take the time or the effort to drive and meet.
I'm glad you're not 0.5% of that one.
Exactly. And I think part of the problem is that there's some people that just they live in it, and you gotta take a break. You gotta pull yourself out of it a little bit, and it shouldn't, like Caitlin says, it should be a community, not a competition. And the problem is right now it's a competition, not a community, and that's unfortunate. And we talked about it during Band-Aid.
Exactly. And, it's because everybody's working against one another instead of trying to just, instead of focusing on just being a community, just being decent fucking people.
Hey, Mama J. I almost didn't go on McDorks. In fact, I backed out, and then I decided I wasn't going to do that because number one, I love McDorks. Number two, I really wanted to decorate eggs, and number three, I'm not going to get shoved out of hanging out with people I consider friends or supporting them for any reason. So I did it.
She doesn't even know. She doesn't even know how bad she messed up.
It's all about you, girl. Thumbs down, thumbs down, thumbs down. Roo Crew! There's another groupie in here. What's going on, Roo Crew?
I mean, I'm honestly, I was thinking about it, and I was getting to the point where it's like, I thought about just quitting YouTube altogether. But then, like I thought about it, and like you said, as long as I get that one person that cares what I'm doing or sees what I'm doing, and it inspires them to want to do something on their own or whatever, then I'm gonna keep doing it. There's like the videos that I posted about my experience in foster care. Like there's still other parts that I want to add to that too. And I've had people already reach out to me, like foster parents. They're like, hey, how do I help reach out to this foster child that's in my home that has been through similar situations that I can't that I whatever. And it's been nice being able to kind of help other people like that. So, I mean, but that's been kind of nice. But as far as the Funko stuff, it's like, you post something, it's like, yeah, I get 6 views or whatever. I don't really give a shit about views. I'm not trying to get to 1,000 views and however many freaking watch hours and try to monetize myself. I'm not trying to be YouTube rich. I'm not trying to be whatever. I'm just a guy here who's trying to enjoy himself and to have fun and to be a part of community with like-minded people and not want to fight with everybody and working against one another. I'm just here to have a good freaking time. And it pisses me off when I see other people who are just here to fight with one another instead of just focusing on the fucking community instead of just bullshit.
Mama J, you need to rewind probably about 10 or 15 minutes when I talk about the top 5 people that I wouldn't want to piss off, and you were number 2. You were number 2. Number 1 was JLH. Everyone knows why.
Dude, there's totally money on YouTube. It's like you can earn 17 cents in 6 months.
Yes, it's awesome. By the time that you make enough money that they can pay for the stamp to put on it, it's like 3 years later.
It's like, I was on YouTube 1 whole year and I got 1 range pack.
Congratulations!
No, but
wow. I didn't get anything but a big middle finger. No, I'm not quitting. I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm sure that's the goal. I'm not. I don't care. I'm not going to breathe life in anything. If anybody's here tonight thinking there was going to be drama, there's not, because I'm not going there and I don't care.
And yeah, exactly my point. It's a community, but people are just super freaking childish. We're supposed to be adults, but we're reverting back to childlike behavior instead of putting on our big boy and our big girl pants, and and doing big girl and big boy things. People want to act like kids.
Mama J, I'll see you at the dollar store. She said she's buying a boat with her YouTube money. And then she said it too. Great minds, great minds. I saw a cool one at the dollar store.
The SS Dollar Tree.
Heck yeah. The SS 50 cent. I'm looking forward to Friday. I'm looking forward to laughing. I'm looking forward to not caring about anything but being in that moment with 5 great human beings that are fun. I'm looking forward to next Tuesday talking to Wendell and him. If you guys have not seen the signed TLC Pops, I suggest that you go pre-order a set. He's only got X amount. And come on, TLC, waterfalls.
Actually, I think there's a waterfall outside my hotel room.
Yes, and it's called the Sky. And then I've got Tracy and her wife Mary coming on, and I have almost convinced Lisa into coming on. So that could be interesting because we'd have Mary and Lisa who both think that Tracy and I are nuts, and could probably sit here and they'll probably have a little conversation. Tracy and I'll sit there and be like, "Have at it." I need to up my fun factor now. Robert, I gotta get too.
Well, see, so I know my videos have been super inconsistent. Just me being on the road. And it's kind of I mean, I'll show you because it's ridiculous. Let me just get into my
exactly. I know
my bottomless bag of. That's not what I was looking for.
I don't even want to know what that was, but I can tell you what it looks like. Did you buy that at Adam and Eve?
It's for my GoPro. Smart ass.
Yeah, sure. Nicole, he wanted me to send you toys. Just saying.
Yeah, so I've been recording plenty of content with my GoPro. So I just like I said, it's just with the bullshit and everything going on, it's just kind of it's disheartening a little bit. It's do I really want to post it? But now it's I've gotten to the point where I'm gonna get to the point where I'm gonna start posting a video every freaking day. And if you don't like it, don't watch. If you like, whatever. If you want to watch. If you don't. I could really care less. But the negativity and the bullshit, it really needs to stop. It's just.
But it won't, and I learned my lesson now. I said my piece because it had been building up, and that is stylish.
Yeah, imagine passing somebody on the highway wearing this shit.
Stylish.
Yeah.
And for our fashion accessory for 2021, we have the GoPro. Why? Because I don't want to touch my camera when I'm out in public.
The other thing, I can wear it on my chest.
Mm-hmm. That's what she said.
It fits the GoPro perfectly between the moobs.
The moobs. That's something Mama didn't give me, unfortunately. I didn't get that or a butt.
No, I
got the back with a crack.
I got the moobs from McDonald's and Burger King. Don't let it fool you.
So it's less expensive than I thought.
Okay, so I mean, I was a chunky-ish kid. But then when I joined the military, I dropped all the chunkiness and I was in shape. And then after I got out of the military, fatness. And yeah.
His one like that when he would play airsoft. Oh, he would run around with that on his forehead like that? Wasn't he afraid it would get hit?
No, actually, no, these shit, and of course I throw it all the way over here. But no, the protective case that it's in is it's super strong. But I don't have it in its waterproof case or anything right now. But
well, once we hit 400, I have 2 guest referees for that. Since Nick and I don't know if Troy's going to make it for that night. So we're Nick and I are planning on doing it. So he's doing the one chip and I'm doing Satan's Toe. So I've convinced Vince from Pop and Duo. He's going to be one of the referees, and Sass wants to come on and be one of the other referees. So that'll be a fun evening. So we were trying to convince Vince to do the one chip challenge as well, but he won't. He said 25,000 subs, but his son stepped up the game and said 5,000 subs. So
I tell you what, I have an ulcer, so I've always been like, I love spicy shit. I love hot shit.
don't do it. Don't do it.
I'll do it. I'll do one chip challenge.
Oh, it'll kill you. That I was on.
Then I'll die happy.
Earmuffs, not trying to be gross. I was on the crapper within 30 minutes of doing the one chip, and I prepped the same way I did with the death nuts. That thing went right through me.
Okay, so it's just like when I had COVID, because it was literally the same thing. That's how I found out.
Ulcer. Do you know how bad that will be?
Hey, it's not like I said I was going to eat a Moab bar.
It's true.
Oh my god, legs! That thing would just cremate me from the inside out. I would just start farting ash.
Farting ash.
Seriously, I'll do the one chip challenge. Why not?
You're nuts. That thing hurts. That was the worst so far of the three. It would go one chip, death nuts, the nitro gummy bear.
Okay, so the nitro gummy bear, I've heard from other people, they were like, it wasn't as bad as they thought that it would be. I mean, like when I watched you do it, like you were like, oh, this thing is gonna kick my ass, but it was like it kicked your ass, but not as bad as you thought it would. Like
no, and that one didn't even bother me for. I had taken so much Pepto. That one didn't even really bother me in the after effects either. The death nuts was the worst after the fact. That was like 3 days.
Yeah, the death nuts I will not try. And what the hell was it?
Sharon says yes. When you're in the military, you stay in shape, and when you get out, it all goes to hell.
It's true. Like especially in the military. Like once I got out, I'm like, I'm going to start growing a beard. It was like branded.
You see what Bobbert said? As I sit here with a pack of Chewy Chips Ahoy. # more moobs.
But no, it was the cheese balls or like the spicy cheese balls or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What they were called. I was watching LA Beast ate those. He ate like a whole bag. Fuck that.
That guy's crazy. And then the Root Crew too. Two of the sweetest individuals on the planet, and they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna do the one chip when we hit 600." Or no, the Death Nuts when we hit 600. I'm like, "Don't do it! Don't do it!" That got way worse. I mean, if you've done other spicy challenges, you'll be okay. But I had not done any. That was my first one, and I almost gagged the first set of nuts. This is gonna sound bad. Go ahead, get ready to prep. First set of nuts I put in my mouth, I gagged. But then after that, I couldn't feel my mouth, and it was. I'm just digging myself in deeper. I'm here all week, folks. I'm here all week. What's up, Missouri?
When Collector TV gets to 400, I will do the one chip challenge.
So you're going to come on that night with Nick and I?
Yeah, I'll do it. Why not? Hell yeah.
Oh, Lordy.
I mean,
you're scaring me. I blame John.
I don't know if it's going to necessarily be like a live stream of all of us eating the chip or like if it's going to turn into a funeral, but I'll do it.
Yeah, Rukuru, go back and find the if you haven't seen it, go find the Night Owls one where Fox and I did the Death Nuts and see what it did to Fox. Because he literally had a snot stream going that was like this long. That tore him up. That one hurt him. I did okay after the fact on that one, but I mean, well, it was like 3 days after that. But the one chip just, oh God.
Well, the thing that I got that I think kind of works in my favor a little bit is before I discovered that I had an ulcer, and it's in my esophagus too. It's not in my stomach. So, that kind of helped a little bit. So, like, once it actually settles, it's not going to be down there. But I used to eat, like, the spiciest crap you could find. Like, so when I lived in Brooklyn, I used to go to, like, these Indian restaurants and find, like, the spiciest curry I could find, or, like, these Japanese restaurants and find, like, the spiciest ramen I could find. Like, I just loved spicy. I loved hot, so it's, I'm already a little used to the heat, but I'm pretty sure that the one chip challenge is still going to kick my ass just because it's been so long. But, but I kind of already know what to expect, as far as the sweats and the, you feel like you're getting pepper sprayed and shit.
It's going to be fun to see the drool and snot. I have a feeling I'll be the one drooling because everybody's told me do not like swallow that Satan's toe thing. I can't imagine it's any different than swallowing the one chip, but Mama J, you got to tell me how long the guys went because I don't remember, but I want to beat the boys. That is my like straight up goal. Now here's the thing, and you don't have to participate, but what Nick and I have is a challenge. So this is loser has to send a mystery box out. I got cookies. I ate those. Oops, already doing that.
Then bacon ranch covered crickets. Okay, I'm down with spicy shit, but you start giving me bugs to eat.
What is it with you guys and bugs? I think 8 minutes was the top one. Okay. So I got to beat 8 minutes of having that freaking thing in my mouth. And hopefully not turn into Spectre and have my nose close up. Shut up! Stop! You're such a perv. You're a perv.
The nuts in your mouth. 8 minutes of something in your mouth.
When you're good, you're good.
Oh, shit. Oh.
I already ordered it. It's on its way. Nick already has his chip. And we're so close now with 24 to go that I have a feeling it's coming up quickly.
But you ordered it on Amazon, right?
Yeah. I don't know where Mama J got hers. And it's cheaper if you buy multiples. Like she said, it's like $13 for the first one. And then it goes down there like $1 or $2, $3, something like that after that.
I see the Death Nuts on here for $17.99.
Yeah.
Let's see, the Nitro Bear for $10.
Some of those actually, some of the Death Nuts ones actually had a pretty good flavor.
Oh, the Carolina Reaper cheese balls. Those are the ones I was thinking of.
I am Sharon. I'm burying myself. Innuendos everywhere.
Jurassic Jerky's Creeping Reaper Carolina Reaper beef jerky.
That's even worse because you got to.
I will not do that.
I almost went there again. I was gonna be like, but you got to chew it. What's up, Jaylee?
Don't they sell that chip at Kroger?
The one chip? No. Sometimes you can't even find them. Like half the time, their website is sold out.
Well, from what I see here on Amazon, it looks like one single chip is $40. I
think that's what Nick said. He said it was like $30 or $40 or something like that.
Yeah, see, $40.99, $41.49, $43.99.
Barbara says just nibble it. That's what she said. Just keep them coming, boys. Just keep them coming.
And you know, after this, Nicole's going to call me before I go to sleep. She's like, "You dumb son of a bitch. You're not doing that one chip challenge." But I am.
You may change your mind, like after you've had some sleep.
Maybe I just got to work myself.
Just kidding.
Maybe I just got to work myself up to it, like through like other various dumb shit, like try with like the cinnamon challenge, and then like I don't know, work my way up. I don't know.
Well, I mean, if you want to try spicy to see how it affects you, actually, there is a Jelly Belly pepper one, and it starts off at like I think sweet bell pepper or something, and then there's jalapeno, sriracha, and then Reaper and something else. So there's like different heats that you can try. You cup the nuts first, or just go for it. Only cup them if you're wearing a glove. Just saying. True story. He won't even eat when I get mild chicken wings. Nicole, he's gonna die. Like, you have to go get the extreme Pepto. Not even the like regular Pepto. Go get the extreme Pepto. He needs to eat fettuccine Alfredo, one of those yogurt smoothies, and Pepto, and like coat his stomach for hours beforehand, or he's done. He's done. It felt like I had a fireball burning out of my stomach.
Hey, and I never said I didn't like mild chicken wings.
No, it's not about liking. It's about the fact that you have to strap yourself down to the toilet afterwards.
Well, like I said, it's just like when I had COVID. Like, that's how I found out. Like, I woke up in the middle of the night because I felt like fucking Jean Claude Van Damme just like kicked me in the fucking stomach, and then like for a good solid hour, I just could not get the fuck off the John, and then like I was on the floor and I couldn't stop vomiting and I couldn't stop coughing and I couldn't swallow, and then I went to the hospital and they're like, "Oh yeah, you have COVID." I'm like, "You can tell just from me having diarrhea." And they're like, "Oh yeah, like it's a symptom. It's not a very rare. It's a very rare symptom, but it's still a symptom." Like what the fuck? Like yes, it is my office.
That's
I
just
do have
awful.
my best. I do have my best thinking there, and that's where I also purchase mystery boxes.
And I love my father, and he's going to kill me that I'm going to tell this story. But honestly, that's one of the things I remember most about my dad. Is my dad would be in there for like over an hour, and we were all like, "What is he doing in there?" And he would be like, read like auto magazines and stuff. I'm like, "Are you just getting away from us because we're being ornery little kids, or does it take you that long? Is there a problem? Do you need some more prunes in your life?"
No, like that's our office. That's our sanctuary. That's our
But when
you know
you sit in there and marinate, like get it done and get out of there.
that's our Shangri La.
Shangri-La, Shangri stink.
No, like seriously, like I'll just be in there and just like I'll just look at random shit and I'll just like yell after my wife, like, "Hey, you see this on Amazon?" And I'll just screenshot it and send it to her on Facebook Messenger. Or like or she'll or like I'll just be looking at like random mystery boxes and then she'll just be like, "Hey, look at this mystery box," and she'll send it to me and yeah, it's it's
Can
funny.
I show you pretty much my favorite thing
And
in
of
that
course,
box that you sent me?
yeah. So that was the Disney Parks exclusive mystery mini. Yeah.
I showed it to my mom, and she's like, "Where did you get that for me?" I'm like, "Oh no, not for you, Deb. Not for you. This one's staying here. This is my Jack. This is my Jack. She has a whole bunch of Jacks. This is mine." But I told her, I mean, we lost the dog. I have a tattoo partially because of losing the dog and because it reminds me of her. So, I mean, this was an awesome gift just for the fact that it's Jack Sparrow. The character Jack Sparrow is so special.
And I knew you would appreciate it. It's
Heck
like
yeah.
literally Nicole and I were like running through the living room. We're like, what should we put in there next? Like I was just gonna start raiding the fridge, like throw in some fucking relish, like give her some fucking cheese. I don't care. Just
Apparently, Bobbert does his best thinking in the bathroom as well. He says he watches YouTube in there. So when he's on a live, it's really a green screen of his collection in the background. He's really on the shitter.
oh, Ross's 52 hours and 10-minute fucking unboxing of one pop.
If I can finish a whole. Oh, I wish Ross was here right now. That's awesome.
Hey, say what you will about his unboxings. That motherfucker knows how to stretch it out. Like
yeah, he builds up the anticipation of what's going to happen.
no, Ross is a good dude. I got nothing but respect for Ross. I mean, you take a normal 5-minute unboxing and turn it into a 30-minute experience.
Because he's a philosopher too. He's a very
Yeah.
deep individual.
He's a real thinker.
Yes. Even if it's about chickens in his front yard or a sprinkler, he will never, ever, ever live down the sprinkler incident.
Well, the town. Okay, so the town he lives in. Now, when I was in foster care, I bounced around the entire state of Washington, and I actually stayed at a few foster homes in the town that he lives in. And yes, like it's not uncommon to see just like random chickens like running through people's backyards and shit, or like, um, and it is very like, especially during the summer, it can be like really dry and arid where he lives too. So it's like everybody's got their damn sprinklers out, and like people like judge other people like on their sprinkler game. It's like, oh, your lawn sucks, Bob. But it's
I look like I'm like my house is like vacant right now. I need to get out and like start pulling weeds and putting mulch down and everything. And I have to mow, but it's supposed to rain for the next 3 days. And I'm like, come on, really? I really need to mow because once it gets too long, then it's like I lose the dog. So I have to get out and get that done before it starts growing, and that way I can get the my first fertilization down. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not
so
like Mr. Fix-It housekeeper outside. I used to be, but I just don't have time anymore. I wish I did.
well, so we have to get our seeds planted this
Night Dead
weekend,
Zone.
and we have a bunch of dead plants that are in front of our house, on both sides. But the problem is we have crackheads for neighbors upstairs, with the exception of the one girl who lives in the other apartment. But the people right above us, they're the worst. They like if I can go up into their apartment and just throw them out of their window out to the middle of the street and just be like, "Get the hell out of here," I totally would. Um, but they
They're
constantly have
noisy.
people coming.
I was talking to you that one night when they were being super noisy and they were like
Yeah.
you were afraid they're going to wake the baby.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like they don't care. And there's the times like they'll be up partying until like 3 or 4 in the morning. And then like the 50-gallon recycling bins that everybody gets, they'll fill one of those in like 2 days and nothing but like just beer cans and like just empty bottles and shit. It's like and like you see them go to work like 6 hours a week. Like what the fuck do you do? Like and then my wife and I we actually looked them up and see that they had like a bunch of like um domestic battery, driving without a license, drug possession, assault with a deadly weapon, like just all sorts of shit. But anywho, I want to pull those dead plants out and then like plant new ones. But like they constantly have people coming in and out. Like I seriously think they're dealing drugs in the apartment up above us. Like, and I'm not, I haven't been shy about it. I've even, said it in front of, our other neighbor who she didn't disagree, but, you know, so it's like trying to get anything done in the front of the house. It's like, I think they're on their way of getting kicked out though.
Oh, that's good. Did you see what Jay Lee said? Why don't ask to join streams? Either yes on the throne while watching or ready for bed, and with how hot it is shirtless night, and no one wants to see the Ohio Sasquatch.
Hey,
no one wants to see the New York Sasquatch either, but Foxy put on the Borat swimsuit, just saying.
It's rare that I have a shirt on, and I don't have pants on.
I can't even have a retort there. I am fully dressed. Thank you very much.
That's the cool. When I'm at home and I'm not like, and I'm not doing like a live stream or like recording a video or anything, if there's nobody else coming over, like
pants off. There's a secret though that you guys don't know is Mama J also does all of her lives pantsless. She's like, I'm gonna kill you.
she's booking a plane ticket.
Out tonight.
Booking a plane ticket right now to Detroit and trying to figure out how to get a box cutter on the plane with her.
Don't worry, just ask anybody alongside the road on your way out to where I live. You'll be fine. You'll find your weapon easily.
Yeah, it's Detroit. Just go up 8 Mile, wave a 20 out the window. You'll get something.
Now, 8 Mile is a little bit better. I don't know how many strip clubs survived COVID, but there are some amazing ones. They're very large. They look like they might even be 2-story. I've only been in one when I had to go retrieve my younger brother when he was too drunk to drive. My dad refused to go in, and I had to go in, and he was getting a lap dance. I needed therapy for 3 years after. Hey, Payne.
I've only been in one, and it was with my father, which was already like a horrific experience. Because I mean, he was my father. I love him to death. He passed away at 68. 6 years ago. It'll be six years this year, and but just imagine my father in his mid-50s and me like I'm 21, and we go into a club, and then he's trying to get me a dance. The stripper comes over. He's like, "I'm sorry if I smell like Ben Gay. I just got done working the pole." I'm like, "I am done. Get me the fuck out of here." Like, I just left everything I was doing. I just got up and I fucking left. I left my cell phone. I left money sitting there. I didn't care. It was gone.
Oh, I had to drag him out, and the girl goes, "Oh, I think your wife's here." I'm like, "Oh, no. Let's just clear the air here, hooker. No. That's my brother that you are dangling your lady parts on. He has called 3 or 4 times saying he needs a ride, and he's still in here spending money. Let's go before I kick your ass." And my brother was like,
"You were not the ride. He called."
He's like, "Where's Dad?" I'm like, "Dad's waiting for you because you're riding home with him and I'm driving your car so I don't kill you." It was like 1:30 in the morning the night before Thanksgiving, and I've been cooking for 6 hours, and I have to go pick you up out of a strip club? No. Until you see a stripper with a C-section scar, you haven't lived.
Probably have like oh my god. It's like, yeah, like I hear the cabaret down there. They've got their A team on Monday afternoon. You can see all the bullet wounds.
I used to go to the strip clubs with my second husband, and we went so much the girls started calling me mom. I lied. I have also been in one in Daytona. I'm not telling that story.
We're all waiting with bated breath, like you said. Nope. Another strip club, it's like, okay.
Nope. I went with Lisa. Enough said. If you ever want to see me speechless, that is the place to take me, because I just kind of sat there for like the first hour like this.
Like, how are they doing that?
And then you freaking smell like it when you leave there. I was like, I need to burn this outfit. Ugh.
I smell like cheap cigarettes and whore.
And you have glitter on you somewhere. Whether you touched anything but a chair, you walk out with glitter on you.
I just feel like you walk into a night or like a strip club and you walk out and someone should just be standing there with like a black light and just watching everybody glow like a fucking Christmas tree. Yeah.
I don't know how this whole conversation went sideways, but 8 Mile. Yeah, 8 Mile. I used to drive down to 8 Mile because that was the only place I could get Long John Silver's, and I love Long John Silver's.
See, I have a crazy seafood allergy, so I can't even eat Long John Silver's because they fry the chicken and the fish in the same fucking oil, and they do the same thing with the hush puppies. Like, come on, man.
Bobber, please tell me you'll be there on Friday, because I went to a strip club in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Never again. I swear the girl on stage was 4 months pregnant.
And I hear if you went back 5 months later, she did the birth live.
At 4 months, though, it pretty much just looks like you have gas. Worse is smelling Roundup for 2 weeks because idiots didn't wait, then was waiting. What?
Outside of rallies, like a rallies and checkers?
Smelling Roundup for 2 weeks because idiots didn't wait, and then was waiting in. Oh, so they were spraying and it got in your car?
Okay, yeah. That's what I was getting from it. Like, you're sitting there trying to order inside of a rallies and checkers and people are spraying shit. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck this is. Like, anyway, yeah, no, it's after that day with my father, I've never been back in one, and every time I pass one, I get like the heebie-jeebies.
Okay, so Lisa's daughter's thinking about being a truck driver, so I have to ask you that app that you showed us. So, like, will your truck not turn on until your designated sleep time is up?
Oh no, I can do whatever I want with the truck. So no, what that was my hours of service. So after it was say 4 years ago, they started this it's an electronic log basically, because before that there was all on books and paper, and you would have to keep track of when you drove, when you took a break, when you rested, when you slept, all that shit. You'd have to write it up by hand. But now it's all electronic. So this will tell me, I mean, it's just a regular phone, but it's just an app that they put on the phone. So like, actually I can pull it up and show you. So like the top blue line is like how long I've been sitting here at the hotel while I've been resting, and then like how long I've been driving, and then off duty, on duty, that type of stuff. Because you can only drive for 11 hours a day, but be on duty for 14, and you can only be on duty for 70 total hours in an 8-day span.
Oh, okay.
So it's really not that complicated once you get used to it, but. I miss the old paper logs because people used to cheat the fuck out of them. Like my father, when he was a truck driver, he would drive cross country nonstop and then come home and then falsify all of his logs and make it look like he took breaks in between when he didn't. You know, because I mean, if you didn't get caught, it wasn't illegal.
Now, do you guys still have like fun chats on like CB radios? Like that was like a great memory that I had with my mom. Is my mom was driving us kids from North Carolina and Indiana, and one of our neighbors loaned us a CB radio. And so we got to talk to truckers, and we called ourselves like Little Bear and stuff like that. And the truckers would like find my mom, you know, and like help us speed up so that like we would miss the cops and stuff like that. Or like when we went in the mountains, one got in front of us, one got behind us, and like made sure that she was okay getting through the mountains. Who's your
Honestly,
goal?
CB chat nowadays is mostly like racist jokes and people looking for hookers.
Oh, okay.
It's gone downhill.
Yeah. Well, Lisa's daughter's thinking about doing that. I don't know what she's going to do about hookers. Um,
I mean, I don't have a CB in my truck. I'm actually looking at trying to get a portable CB because I'm not always necessarily in the same truck, so I can be in truck from week to week. All be different. Um, but I mean, but they are good because there are some people who use them if they're out in the middle of nowhere and they have no cell reception. And say like they get like a flat tire or something, like they can still use it to reach out to other truck drivers and stuff like that. And and the police obviously they monitor the CB frequencies and stuff too. So yeah, so basically yeah, King Bob's got it. It's a verbal version of Craigslist.
wow.
Hey, Rubber Duck, you trying to sell a couch? Like,
Wow. Yes, things have changed because it was fun and it was like and the guys were nice and I don't think back then in the 80s you were so much worried about like this is some like crazy stalker guy that's gonna try and find my mom and kidnap her or anything like that. I mean, they honestly were like looking out for a family and stuff like that, and I'm sure the code is still the same
yeah.
for 99% of it, but you now I've seen horror movies of truckers gone bad, and they have like frozen people in the back of their truck.
Now, what was that movie with Paul Walker? I forgot where like he was like messing with the truck drivers. He's like, "Can you bring me some pink champagne?" And like the truck driver would show up and just like kill a bunch of people. Like, yeah, way to make us look great, jackass.
I do love shopping at Love's for my brother for Christmas, and he also reciprocates and finds me fun things at Love's. I have a matching wolf fleece lined hoodie, and I have a wolf blanket, which has been now passed on to my dog. She sleeps curled up in that.
Well, I do like 99% of my fueling exclusively at Love's. So now that I know that,
Now I know what I'm getting for Christmas. Joyride.
yeah.
My CB handle was cutie. I taught a putty tat. I taught Smokey.
You find some of the craziest stuff at truck stops too. Like it Loves. Like I remember a couple years ago, I almost bought one, and there was like a Crusaders helmet, like a Monty Python Crusaders type helmet. And I almost bought one. I was like, man, I'm gonna put that some bitch on. I'm gonna drive truck and like wear that damn thing. And I was like, and then common sense kicked in. I'm like, probably not a good idea.
I bought my brother. I thought I was doing good. I bought him the ugliest hooded sweatshirt that had like stormtroopers and Darth Vader on it, and it was like embossed, like puffy almost with like a Star Wars logo up here. And he ended up thinking it was like the coolest thing ever. And then he got me I don't know where it's at right now. He got me a sequin baseball hat. Like it has like one of those like iron crosses on it and everything. It's so hideous. And then I wore it. And then I wore it on Tylox Live when I did the Monica thing. That's the hat that I had on that night. And my brother's like, I can't believe you wore that on YouTube. I'm like, you gave it to me.
You want to go to a redneck haven? Go down to Walcott, Iowa, to the Iowa 80 truck stop.
Okay.
Like they have like anything you can imagine, and then like it's just, I'm telling you, it's a redneck paradise.
Redneck paradise. Are we boring you guys? No one's chatted in like 2 minutes.
Just keep it track, damn it. Well, I'm about to really get off here anyway.
People are watching? 16, 14. Yeah. Wow. Hey, we got a decent audience for it being late night on a hump day.
Yeah.
And you're yawning.
I need to get to bed. I need to get some damn sleep.
Yeah, so. You and me both. 5:30 comes very quickly.
Yeah, I'm gonna wake up at 5, shower, get myself together, have a couple cups of coffee, hit the truck by 6. Hour and a half to where I got to be. I'll probably wait around for 20, 30 minutes waiting for everybody to show up, but at least I'll be there. Get that damn thing off my truck and start heading for home. Unless they give me another load. So they're like what I do is I'm not like a traditional truck driver in the sense to where like I know from one day to the next, like, okay, I've got 3 days to make it here, and then after I drop that off, I have to go here, and I have to go here. Basically, like when companies need something in a hurry, or if like they send something out like on a 53-foot truck, like a normal truck, if there's something that didn't fit on that truck, then they call an expedited company like me, and I come and I take the excess and I have to get it there ASAP. So it changes like frequently, like all the time, like literally by the hour. So when I drop this stuff off in
Pack
the
for
morning,
that. Like, I mean, that you don't know if they're going to send you from Missouri over to Arizona. I mean, like, how do you pack?
or they can send me from Missouri to freaking Toronto, Canada, because we service all of Canada too. But no, like I typically pack for the whole week because I know I'm still going to be home on the weekends regardless. Just to play it safe at least. So I know if I bring enough with me, you know, then I don't have to worry about it so much. Um, but like tomorrow, like I could drop off and I could be halfway home and I could be in like the middle of Iowa and they'd be like, all right, well, we need you to go to Kansas and go pick this up. And then, and I'd have to turn around, go pick it up and then, go over wherever. But yeah, it doesn't bother me because especially driving out as far as I do, I mean, I get paid by the mile. So more miles, more money.
Yeah. I
So
think if well, I don't know, it would be a good idea knowing Lisa and I, but if like the two of us were like joint driving and like at least we got to like kind of travel together, I think that would be fun.
I did it with
I
my
think
father.
I'd miss my family too much if I was by myself, and so I give you guys mad props because you guys kept the country going during lockdown. I mean, nothing was getting done without truckers because the planes weren't flying, and I give you guys props that you are on the road, away from your family, not able to see them, touch them, every single day, and you guys are the lifeblood of what keeps this country going. So, cheers to you, my friend.
Yeah, because like I actually used to drive as a team with my father, and it was awesome. And if you drive with somebody that you trust, it can be so damn fun. Like I mean, you just be, I don't even know how to describe it. Like I mean, I've driven through Arizona with my dad and seen some of like the most gorgeous like that landscapes that like
Like the
like
Veterans Yard.
yeah, well, like the Grand Canyon. Like I saw the Grand Canyon for the first time with my dad from the truck, and like the Bonneville Salt Flats in Utah. Those are awesome. Like Death Valley in California, that's awesome too. It's and then of course like you go through like the Rocky Mountains and stuff, and you go over the Continental Divide and you're seeing like boulders, like just single boulders that are as big as a freaking goddamn house. Stuff like that. You know it's nice. It's the office goes with you, and the scenery always changes.
No, that's very true. And I guess like if it's your own space and everything else, but and at least like you said, like you when you're sitting places and stuff, you've gone live, and so at least you have like that like social aspect connection kind of a thing. So that's cool.
Yeah, and
But
the nice thing
I'm
is,
serious. Thank you very much for what you guys do.
yeah, and I mean, I enjoy being on the road. I enjoy traveling. Well, I enjoy driving to an extent. I hate driving in snow, but I'll drive in the rain. I'll drive in normal weather, whatever. But yeah, it definitely takes a special person to be a truck driver.
Absolutely. All right, my friend, you ready to go to bed?
Yes, I am.
All right. Thank you guys all who came in here tonight. I'm glad he got to vent a little bit, and hopefully you feel a little bit better. A little bit.
I'll feel better on Friday after I kill my liver.
Oh, Lordy. You and JLH and Taco and Dave. Like, Thousandth Ghost, I don't know very well. That was a JLH, should mention him. But the other four of you, I have been in lives with or have seen. And there's more than one person that said to me, how are you going to control them? I'm not. I'm just going to let you boys go.
Yeah, see, our neighbors sound like they're going to fall through the floor.
I'm sorry, Nicole.
Take the baseball bat that's next to the TV, go up there and start beating their ass. And that's true. They've actually creeped us out enough to where I actually keep a baseball bat next to the front door just in case.
You want to know a secret? I have a pirate sword under my bed. It's sharpened.
Don't remind me not to break into your house.
If there's a zombie apocalypse, my bullets are going to run out, so I got to have some sort of a backup.
Hey, my wife works at you guys don't have Fleet Farms in Michigan, but she works for a place that sells ammunition and gets a discount on it.
Nice. I've only shot my gun once in my life.
Yeah,
Um,
she's never shot a gun, and so I keep telling her I'm going to take her up to the indoor gun range and teach her how to shoot and you know how to properly handle a gun and stuff like that. But just haven't had
it
time.
still scares me, but you just never know. And because people know I'm alone, and if people figure, I mean, if knowing what I have here, that's what I don't have it because of my Funko Pops. I have it because my parents live in the good quadrant of Romeo. I bought in the kind of single first house kind of section of Romeo, and so I have it for that reason and that reason alone. I actually I won it, so that's how I ended up getting it. I won it at a last card standing or something crazy, or first card pulled or something. I won it, so that's why. But I do have it for like just protection of the house. But the sword is from my mom's birthday, and then I got it sharpened. And then if there's a zombie apocalypse, I'm good to go.
Trust me, if we didn't have the kids in the house, and if I was just by myself, that it wouldn't be a bat; it would be a shotgun. But
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, my friend, I'm off to bed.
yeah, same here.
Thank you guys in the chat, Sharon, Nicole, Rue Crew, Bobbert. I always love talking to Bobbert. He cracks me up. Nicole, thank you again for the box. I literally have the box behind me, and I'm keeping it forever. As soon as I figure out how to fit that into the display, the Princess Queen banana hammock is going to be prominent on display. But you know what they say, though, because I hadn't decorated your box yet. Paybacks.
The only people that are going to see it is the person who delivers it from the post office, which I live right across the street from, and the crackhead neighbors upstairs. So,
And you and Nicole.
yeah.
Which will be fun. Nicole, I got to send you something just for you, girl.
She's going to call me when I'm on the road, and she's going to be like, "You want to know what the fuck I just found on the porch?"
It's going to say, like, rigged for your pleasure.
Oh, God. Like ribbed for his pleasure?
Not ribbed, rigged. Rigged for your pleasure.
Yeah, that went. I'm tired.
All right, folks. Nicole, I'll let you have him back now. Thank you for letting me hang out with him. I appreciate it. And quit yawning. You're going to make me yawn.
All right.
All right. Good night, guys.
Thank you for coming.
No problem. Have a great night, everybody.